Hi, I'm State Representative Terry Anulowicz, working for you at the Georgia Capitol. Today is Monday, February 28th, day 21 of the 2022 legislative session, and I wanted to give you a quick rundown of the biggest issues at the Capitol right now. First, in Cobb County, the House approved the maps for the Cobb County Board of Commissioners and the Cobb County Board of Education. Again, with almost every other Democrat in the House, I voted against these maps, and I spoke at length against the commission maps. These maps target incumbent Commissioner Jerica Richardson, drawing her out of her district. The Republicans who drew these maps insist that they represent communities of interest, which is a term we use a lot in the redistricting process. The representative who drew the maps also determined that instead of Smyrna being a community of interest with the rest of Smyrna, half of the city, including my home in downtown Smyrna, is drawn into a district that spans Interstate 75 all the way to Kennesaw. A road is not a community of interest. The Republicans who drew these maps also emphasized that they kept cities and counties together in their new districts. This is simply not the case for HD 42. I mentioned that the city of Smyrna is bisected into two different districts, and the Campbell High School attendance zone is also split in two. This is unacceptable, it is unnecessary, and unfortunately, I anticipate that the next steps for these maps will likely be litigation. Also in Cobb County, we voted on 3 new cities: Lost Mountain, Vinings, and East Cobb. I voted against each of these cities, and this is why. To be clear, I am not opposed to a community self-determining if they want to incorporate. I live in Smyrna. I represent parts of Marietta, two of Metro Atlanta's legacy city that offer a complete array of municipal services and have charters that make it clear that each council member must live in the district they represent and that the mayor is elected at large by every citizen of their city. The enabling legislation for East Cobb and Lost Mountain was, frankly, sloppy, and the votes for all 3 cities is rushed for the May primary. Again, I am not opposed to cities or to self-determination, but I do oppose the notion of bringing a new city to a vote when the legislation is sloppy, riddled with mistakes, and offers very little time for all residents to become fully educated on what these new cities will mean for them and for their pocketbooks. We also voted on the amended fiscal year 2022 budget. This is often called the baby budget because it reconciles what we anticipated about the amount we have spent so far in the current fiscal year with the amount of revenues the state actually took in. Georgia is fortunate to have a tremendous budget surplus right now, and I am very pleased with the budget we voted on for the amended fiscal year and with the budget we are currently working on for FY 2023. Highlights include raises for teachers and all other state employees, which is critical as the state of Georgia faces the same labor market shortages as our private businesses. We are halfway through the 2022 session, and some of the biggest issues we thought we would be dealing with are dead, most notably Buckhead City, and also a school voucher bill that would divert millions of dollars from our public schools. I am bracing, though, for debate on many of the social issues that are so important to my GOP colleagues, but that I know are absolutely bad for Georgia, including bills that would bring government overreach to what is taught in our public schools, bills that would target transgender youth, and bills that would undermine public health and vaccine policies in Georgia. On the bright side, I am working hard to finalize legislation that will offer increased protections against workplace harassment for workers in Georgia, and that would give city and county employees in Georgia enhanced whistleblower protections. I am presenting 2 bills that would do just this on Wednesday in the House Judiciary Committee. I hope you will continue to follow me on social media as the 2022 session continues, and that you won't hesitate to call or email me if you have any questions, concerns, or ideas for legislation that you would like to share. See you soon.